learn science from school, from books, from doing experiments. But much more importantly, we learn it by just observing and listening and from our own experience. One thing I am going to mention today is some of you might have experienced. If not, you will. Okay? Have you ever felt when you are flying in a plane, when taking off, flying up, some little sparrow is flapping its wings in the air, or some bubbles bursting in the air, or some discomfort, or sometimes you seen little babies on the shoulder crying or in the plane when you are getting up or landing down. That happens because there is some problem in the middle ear. See, this is the outer ear. Then there is a box type middle ear. Then there is something deeper to that called inner ear. Inner ear has the like Fibonacci series, that is spirals. Okay, inside that some fluid movement, that is what make us feel vertigo, spinning around. Okay, now what happens? How does the sparrow flap its wings, or bubbles burst, or babies cry? What happens? The problem is the outer ear has an opening, okay, a tube that goes and stops at a membrane called the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is inside the ear. That is the outer part of a small box, okay, and that box has some air in that, okay, and that air can have pressure difference. See, as you climb up in the sky, pressure is low. You can experience the same thing when you climb a big mountain. Climbing by walking up, you can feel it, okay, or in an elevator. If you tall building in an elevator, when you go up, you feel the same thing, okay, and the pressure is lower in the upper atmosphere or on the top of a mountain, whereas the pressure inside the middle ear is still the same. That causes a pressure difference, that causes a problem with the ear, the sensation. That is what comes as a pain. Now, how can it be normalized? There is a tiny tube called a eustachian tube from the inner part of the bottom of this middle ear connecting to the back of the mouth. Okay. Now, have you seen one house where two families live? Both have share the same backyard. That is the way our nose and the mouth. Both of them going through the nose or the mouth have the same backyard in the back of the throat. Okay. In the side of that backyard opens the tube coming from the inner middle ear, and that is supposed to drain the fluids in the middle ear and equilibrate the pressure. However, that is a narrow tube. Usually it is closed. But when you swallow some liquid, or little babies, when they cry, give a pacifier. So they will be sucking on that. That will swallow. That will open the eustachian tube. That will clear the pressure difference. Once pressure difference is over, things will be fine. They won't feel it anymore. Okay. Now this tube is not the tube where little children getting ear infection. They put a tube, right? So many times children get a ear tube for a recurrent ear infection or hearing loss when they are less than 3-4 year old, even several months old. That is different. That is not coming in this tube, which I talked about. The tube I talked about, that has an Italian name, that is called eustachian tube. Okay, the other tube they put on the tympanic membrane. I told you, if some insect goes there and it is stuck in a wall, that wall is called a tympanic membrane. That is what fluctuates, vibrates when we hear something. That vibration is what we hear as sound. Okay, that is sensed by the nerves. Now the tube inside the doctors put in the ear, that is in the tympanic membrane, a tiny tube. Okay, that is when there's infection, lot of secretions that cannot be drained through the eustachian tube, and that can cause pressure difference, pain, and a lot of infection. In those situations, they put a tiny tube. That's another tube, okay, not the eustachian tube, okay. Does it get some idea? Now, if you feel like a sparrow flapping its wings, it is not because some sparrow went and laid its egg when you are sleeping. No. Okay? Makes sense? Bye.